Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, who also taught me this 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. This Kasada back with another quick lesson. And going to this lesson, man, is pertaining to following the Spirit. And the Spirit hit me to go into this lesson because I've noticed a lot of things in this walk. You know, I can't speak for every man, but I can speak for myself, you know, how certain things we try to force in life, but the Lord don't want us to go that way. You know, whether it's a job you really want, whether it's a woman you really want, you know, or, you know, things of the world. It may be certain things in the world so you can get ahead that you really want. But, hey, the Lord may not want you to take that path. He may want you to take a whole different other path because he has other plans for us, man. All right, and there's certain reasons why, you know, we have to take certain roads, man. All right. The one scripture that comes to mind is take the straight gate. Matter of fact, let me grab it. This is Matthew 7:13. It says, "Enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate, a gate, broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which goeth thereat, Salakia. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth to unto life, and few there be that find it." Right, man. It's only a select few that's able to find this path. All right, and a lot of things are forced, and it reminds me of a conversation that me and the brother Zakaria had today. You know, based off the conversation we had with some of the officers last night. You know, some things, man, you can't force it, man. And what Zakaria said was, you know, you can't, you know, your spirit, you're like a leaf on a river. And the leaf don't deter from where the river or that stream goes, man. It can't force it. It has to follow that stream. And that's ultimately what we have to do. All right. Follow the Spirit, man. Let things take hold of itself, man. All right. You know, let things form the way it has to be. Whether it's swallowing your pride when it comes to certain situations, man. Whether if you need help, you know, you might need help from a brother. You might, you know what I'm saying? It's certain things, man, that you may have to do that you know, you're so used to being around in the world, man, that you can't do in this life, in this walk, man. There's certain things, man, that you can't force the Spirit. The Spirit you have to let the Spirit take hold of you. All right. And how does that come by, man? Under getting this wisdom and knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. All right. You're not going to force things with a woman if you know she got a husband. You won't even deal with that woman. Because then again, man, you know you're going off. You might, you know, want a job, and that job might take you from being at the camp. Or just may take you out of true period. You can't force things, man. And if once you force it, all right, hey, man, it can ultimately lead to your destruction or your downfall. All right. And this is some of the things, you know, you have to let take place, take hold, man. Even when it comes to your office, man, you know, you may gain more in your office. Hey, the Lord might add more to your office, man. You know, as a brother, you know, speaking to some of the brothers in the camp, you know, hey, man, you know, even outside the camp, man, you know, you argue that may be standing outside the camp or listen to these videos, man, the Lord may compel you to come out to the camp. The Lord may compel you to help a brother carry the signs, or, bring a battery pack for the brothers to charge their phone when they're recording. Bring water, tithing. Certain things, man, your office start to increase once you in this thing, man. And the Lord, he'll put it on you right then and there, man. All right. May even just be a brother that may just be coming out of town, man. You might just have to, be there and be more supportive and be a show brotherly love, man. Make sure that brother is straight. Make sure that brother shouldn't want for anything while you there, man. Make sure that brother has the utmost humble and hospitality, man. Be more serviceable. And that's how the spirit sometimes flow, man. You got to let it flow. You got to let it take hold. You get these thoughts in your mind like, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Well, when it comes to certain situations, let it take hold of itself. And if you know you're supposed to be doing it, do it. Because that's the spirit a lot of times, man. A lot of times, majority of the time, it is the spirit. And you have to let the spirit take hold when the opportunity presents itself. So I got this quote from Bruce Lee, all right, based off what the brother Zakari was saying, all right. And it says, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Put water into a cup. It becomes the cup. You put water in that bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Right, man. And ultimately, man, hey, man, we're formed in the spirit, man. Through the spirit, man, a lot of brothers know that our bodies, we made of water, all right? We come from the water. Semen is pretty much described as water, man, all right? Majority of our body is made up of water, man. So, hey, we're formed through the spirit, and we have to let the spirit take hold of us, man. All right, you can't force the spirit, all right? Ultimately, you'll lose control, man, and you'll bug out. So you got to let the spirit take control of you, man. There's another scripture I want to grab, all right, based off what Bruce Lee was saying, man. All right, this is Romans 12:2. It says, and be not conformed to the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good, that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Yeah, man. Changing, casting off that old man, of course, and part of casting off that old man, because, we're older, because we grew up in this world for so long, we've been a part of this world. There's certain things we're not used to. And that's one of those things, and one of the hardest things that I've come to being in this truth for as long as I've been in it, is following the spirit, man. And sometimes, man, you might hit a wall. You might hit a rock on this stream, man. But ultimately, man, the spirit is going to allow you to still follow that course, man. All right. If you allow it to. All right. You can't force things, man. Of course, there's things that you ought to be doing. All right. But ultimately, man, the spirit is going to take hold of itself, man. All right, which will allow you to be more humble. All right, being able to know what to look out for and what to watch out for, and what to do in certain situations and scenarios, man. All right, hey, the scriptures, all right, puts us on a whole different level. Our IQ raises on a higher level than people of the world, man. We're on a whole different level, man, because of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, through the spirit. All right, let's grab some more scriptures, man. I want to grab, let's grab 2 Corinthians 5:7. So it says, for we walk by faith and not by sight. Right, man, we can't force things, man. All right. We can't force things. Just because it look off doesn't mean that, it could be off, man. We're leaning on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, waiting on certain things, not taking matters in your own hand, man. All right, because we understand, man, that, hey, hell is about to break loose in Babylon the Great. But does that mean flee the country? No, man. It doesn't mean that. All right, lean and waiting on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, even down to vengeance, man. We understand vengeance is the Lord, man. You gotta allow the Lord to have vengeance. The Lord is the Lord's vengeance, man. All right. So let's grab another scripture. Last scripture, and this is Galatians chapter 5. And I'm going to start with verse 16. It says, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." Right, man. Right, man. If we continue to walk in the spirit, all right, we won't fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. All right. You know, doing certain things, hey, going off on the Sabbath. All right. We stumble sometimes. The righteous man stumbles 7 times, but he get back up. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture, man. All right, continuing on, it says, "For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would do." Yeah, we're going to stumble sometimes, man. Because why? Because we in this flesh. And the flesh is weak. All right. But we got to follow after the spirit, man. There's certain things in the flesh, we going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to stumble and bump our heads. But the longer you're in this thing, the more faith you have growing in this thing, all right? The spirit is going, hey, the Lord, allowing the Lord to take hold of your spirit to do certain things. You won't have to worry about some of these things, man. All right? It's not going to happen overnight. Of course, with certain things, you may be a smoker first time. You're first time in this truth. You might smoke, all right, heavy, all right? When you know you're not supposed to be smoking, but it's not going to happen overnight, give yourself some time, man. All right? You might have issues doing things, certain things that you ought not to be doing, but hey, man, over time, give yourself work towards getting yourself through the spirit, practice and rehearse, man. All right, this time I'm not going to do it. I'm going to work on it. All right, I'm going to try it 3 days. All right, after these 3 days, after I do it for a month, all right, I'm going to try 4 days. If I can't do it in 4 days, then I'm going to try a week. And then work and grow from there, man. You know? But continuing on, verse 18, it says, "But if ye be led in the spirit, ye are not under the law." Right, man. You got Israelites, they say the law, the law, the law. All right, we're not through the spirit. We're not, hey, man. The law is not what's going to save us, man. And we understand that. But if we follow the spirit and we know what certain things we're not supposed to be doing, all right, and you let the spirit take control, you won't have to worry about breaking the law. You understand? So continue on, verse 19. "Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, sedition, hearsay, envy, murder, drunkenness, reviling, and such like it." Right, man. These are prime examples of going off, man. All right. But hey, man, ultimately, you're not, through the spirit, you're not going to do these things. You're not going to worship other gods. You're not going to pop another man's woman. All right. You're not going to talk bad about a brother. You're not going to hate, be against a brother. You're not going to envy a brother. You're not going to cause friction in the camp or outside, you know, between others. You're not going to do none of these things, man. You're not going to come up with philosophies and other things of that sort, man. That's a light yoke. It's a light yoke, not to be knowing, hey, man, the Lord made this as simple and easy as possible, man. All right. It's not really that hard, man. You're not going to eat abominable foods, man. But to continue on in verse 22, it says, "But the fruit of the spirit is love." All right. I was seeing if I read verse 21. But continuing on verse 22, it says, "But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law." Right? And they that are Hamashiachs have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust. Right, man. And you cast off that old man. You're purging out that old man. You're purging out the way of the world, man, and following at the spirit. And after a while, you're going to start noticing things in the spirit that, hey, man, your office is increasing. All right, you're doing things that, hey, man, that only you know that the Lord is doing and putting in your path and your lot. You start to see things start to get pointed out, man. And then after a while, you start to notice that the Lord is truly dealing with you, man. The Lord is dealing with us, man. If you're able to understand and comprehend this truth, right? See and hear it, all right? The Lord allows you to make it down to the camp. That's a miracle within itself, man. That's the Lord dealing with you, man. Being able to see these videos, that's a miracle within itself, man. The Lord is dealing with you, man. Going out to prophesy and teach, being able to get the breakdowns, all right? That's a miracle within itself, man, all right? But to continue on, it says, and they that I read that verse 25, and it says, if we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. Right, man. If we're living by the spirit, we gotta walk. We gotta walk the walk and talk the talk, man. We gotta talk the talk and walk the walk. All right. So ultimately, man, we're ultimately at this point, I'm learning, and I'm talking about myself. I'm learning to walk in the spirit, man. When certain brothers call me, or I'm talking in a certain, or ask me to do certain things, I'm there. If the spirit compels me to go hit up another brother, guess what? I'm gonna call that brother to check and see if that brother need anything, or if that brother want to hang out. A lot of brothers are not gonna show that they may be going through something, man. All right, but guess what, man? Hit the brother up, go hang out with him, man. And you argue him that's on the other side. If you got any questions, get a brother number, man, and ask them questions about certain breakdowns, man. Because if anything, we understand how it is to be outside the camp, man. You going through it, you catching hell, get that brother number and talk to him, man. Hey, we're all ears, man, here. All right, we're here to show and guide the elect, man. We're here for the elect. Lord willing, we are that number. Lord willing, we're that number. But we're here for ultimately the elect, man. Because we want to make it out this thing, all right? And what makes this thing easy for us is being around Akim, man. Hearing these lessons, hearing the truth, all right? So on and so forth, man. But with that being said, I just wanted to go on that, man. Let the spirit guide you, man. Be as a leaf on a river or a stream, and let that stream guide you, man, through the spirit. All right. So Lord willing, I hope this was truly